You guys have been asking that question, is the housing market going to crash? Is this another 2008? Is this a bubble? Are we all gonna lose all the value and equity that we have built in our houses? And is it going to just go away over this next season? Here's our follow-up video from the Dave Ramsey reality check video that we had went through. We have some nationwide stats. We do have the information to back up that this is not another 2008. So what do I mean by that? Let's run through a few of those things. Housing prices did increase by 29% in 2020, and in 2019, it increased by 18%. These are seriously unprecedented numbers. It's absolutely insane seeing prices go up at the rate and acceleration that they have. We hadn't seen that ever. It was just crazy. Now, prices are still projected to go up about 8% this year, all the way through the end of 2022. And in 2023, they are projected to go up about 3 to 4% as well. So if you notice the acceleration of the percentage of increase, the acceleration of appreciation has decreased, right? But it doesn't mean that prices are tanking. And those are the projections currently. Only one thing and one thing only affects pricing, and that's supply versus demand. Supply versus demand, basic economics. Right now, we have a significant shortage of supply in real estate, and there's a significant amount of demand that is coming into the market and still here. In 2008, demand fell dramatically below the supply. But currently, our supply of houses for sale is about 1/4 of what it was in 2007. 1/4, that's insane. The new housing starts is 1.38 million. That's 35% lower than the 2.01 million in 2005. The new housing starts is a new home coming onto the marketplace. Low used supply and low new supply equals low supply. And keep this in mind. During the pandemic, there was a huge lumber shortage, and now lumber is normalized to about $600 per 100 board feet. During that time, lumber was so short, it slowed down new builds, which also slowed down new build inventory. So another reason why you might be speculating that this is another 2008 crash is the government moratorium that put a freeze on all foreclosures. People basically haven't had to pay their mortgages in 2 years, the one that have used the entire government moratorium. So the concern is that there's going to be a flood of foreclosures coming back into the marketplace, which is going to increase inventory so rapidly that it's going to throw us into a crash. Huge concern. But when you take the data for how many of those foreclosures there will be and you flood them back into the market, it is still not enough to get to the 2008 numbers that we had saw that caused the crash last time. That kind of debunks that theory. So another important thing to keep in mind is households, guys. You know, in 2007, there were 116 million households in the US compared to 128 million households in 2020. Guys, that's a difference of 12 million more households wanting to own a home today. The millennials, they've become of age. There are 5 million more millennials, that's 30-something-year-olds in the marketplace today than there was in 2007. You see a significant difference in a rush in what's coming into the market for demand for homes for the next years to come, which is really making it more competitive. The hike on interest rates have been a just shock to our system lately, and that's completely understandable. It is important to remember, in the early 80s, interest rates were at 18%. When we're not even at 6% right now. Well, in the early 80s, housing prices did not crash, even with the high interest rates. Okay, and so let's be real, it did slow down the amount of homes that have sold, but housing prices did not crash, which historically gives us reason to believe that it's not going to cause a crash in today's market as well. So yes, guys, there are a lot of things that we can't control. We can't control the interest rates, the economy, lumber prices, the Fed, inflation, the recession, investors, or gas prices. We can't control those things, but we can control ourselves. We can control our own personal economy. And if you guys ever want to just chat, call me on the phone just to talk about this stuff, give me a call. I have these conversations all the time, but it's not a time to freak out. We are going to be okay. And let's just enjoy our life, live in peace, and do what we gotta do. All right? So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I have some additional stuff coming out, and I'm excited to share that with you. But I hope this was valuable. Hope this helped you guys today. Our team really does have a heart of a teacher. We really want to have your best interest at heart. So we'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless.